Before I start reading, I just want to let everybody know again that if they're not familiar with my YouTube channel, or if any of you guys watch my old videos or anything like that, but I do have a group chat on Facebook for where you guys could join if you want. It's called Leah's Creepypasta World. And if you guys are interested to join, make sure to go look it up on your Facebook if you guys ever have Facebook. And in the description, I'm going to leave my Instagram and stuff like that in case if you guys are interested in following me on Instagram and stuff like that and see what else I do on there and to see what I look like and to see what I'm doing and stuff like that. Like you could see me from when I live, if I message you or not, or anything like that basically. So I'm gonna leave everything in the description if you guys watch this video. But anyways, let's get back to the video. Leah's point of view. It's been hell living here with Nurse Ann. She treats me like if I'm a child. Always forces me to do some stuff for her. Always experimenting stuff on me. Tells me for what I can or cannot do. Tells me that I can't kill. Tells me I can't go back to my regular life or my house to see my dog or my friends or anything like that. She was controlling every aspect of my life because she thinks that she made me. But I know for a damn fact that I do not know who wanted me to become this. I was killed and murdered before I became this. But she has everything of mine. She has my phone and some of the clothes I wear. It tells me what I can or cannot wear. If this girl really did create in me or didn't want me to come like this, let's just say she got it messed up. But soon I'll be planning on leaving. I don't want to stay here with her. If she really did create me, I do care for her and stuff like that, but I know for a damn fact that she didn't create me. I was murdered before I became this, or anything like that. I went to go upstairs to take a shower. I told Nurse Ann it. She kind of gave me attitude, picked out some clothes for what I can or cannot wear. She assaulted my style. I rolled my eyes and said, whatever, you're not my mom. She hissed and closed the door behind her. She gave me my black crop top shirt and my red sweats. I went upstairs to go take a shower. I opened the door, opened the curtain, to see that there was a dead body in there. Of course. After all, I do get my violence from her. That's even if I do. And I lift up the dead body and throw it into the other room. Whatever. And I kind of clean up the blood with the cold water, then turn it into warm water. I took off my clothes and jumped in and hopped in the shower. Nurse Ann's point of view. Leah. She's acting different ever since a couple of days have gone by. She's been acting more and more aggressive and more distant from me lately. Her body, I don't like at all. I want her to be like me. I want her to be taller, maybe skinnier, maybe have more of a chest and more of a butt. want. Maybe I want her to be a tiny bit fatter or skinnier. Maybe I want her to have stitches on her. Maybe I want to get rid of those dumb eyelids. But who knows? I know for when she's all done in the shower that I have to make my own body dream come true. Well, her body dream. So I decided to change my clothes into my old bloody clothes, my white clothes. I got on a white dress with some white gloves with a doctor sign on it. With my hat, pulled my hair back in case if she tried to grab my hair or anything like that. Set up the equipment, got some needles and scalps, and some tissue, and a dead person on the side in case. I grabbed up the dead corpse and laid it down on the floor so that way it could transfer it to different people. Do I want to change your hair color too? Maybe. And so I got a dead corpse with hair and put it in the room too. Leah, I shouted. What? She said, are you almost done? Yes, I'm almost done. Well, hurry up. Whatever, she said. I rolled my eyes. I can't wait to get this done and over with. It's been almost, Leah's point of view, it's been almost like a whole week since I've been living with her. She kind of acts similar to me, but we don't have anything in common. For when I kill, I like to kill more than one person per day. When she kills, she only kills one person. Or multiples, but she likes it quick and easy. For when I like to make it soft and slow, so that way they could torture. So that way they could feel the torture and the pain. I went downstairs, I put on my clothes, dry myself off, along with my hair, put my hair up. I opened the door, and automatically, I got knocked out. I woke up drowsy and stuff like that. I woke up to notice that I was strapped back down into the chair that Nurse Ann had me in for when she kidnapped me from my home. What am I doing in here? I saw Nurse Ann leaning over to the side of the counter, along with a bunch of tools, along with a bunch of knives, weapons, needles, scalps, and shots in a sewing kit. I looked up at her. What are you doing? She locked the door behind her. What do you think you're doing, Nurse Ann? I said. Well, how do I explain this? Basically, you're gonna be my little test subject, or I'm gonna make your dream body come true. I looked at her confused. What? I said, giggling chucklingly. She growled under her breath. It's not funny. What do you mean, my dream body? Your dream body. Don't you want to become skinny? Don't you want to have big boobs and a big butt? And be skinnier? I looked down at my body, then looked back at her. No, I don't, I said to her. She chuckled at first. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not kidding you. I love my body the way it is. Why would I want to change it? Because I said so. So, That doesn't mean nothing to you in your opinion. It doesn't mean anything. Well, that's your opinion. Your body is going to change whether you like it or not. And why is that? I said, looking at her curiously. I heard a buzz from the back of her pocket saying that she pulled out my phone that she had in her fucking dress pocket. That's mine that you took from me. I gave her attitude. So, she put it on the counter. It could wait right there. Who is it? Who knows? And who cares? I do, I said to her. Of course you would. Why would you? Because... whatever. So, I'm gonna go over the basic rules with you in your change of your body. I'm not getting my body fucking changed for the last time. Don't you fucking lay a finger on me. She strapped me down so that way I couldn't leave. Sorry for the noise. Well, too bad. You're gonna do as I tell you to. No, you are not. You're not my fucking guardian, my mom, or my fucking family member or anything like that. You're not my boss. You're not even my life source, I said to her, spitting at her. She looked down at the ground for where I spat. Well, with that attitude, you might as well get your body changed. Fucking touch me, nurse, and watch what happens. You're gonna regret it. I would like to see you try. Flame, are you there? More than ever, I said to myself in my head when Nurse Ann was facing away from me. I heard a snip from the kit that she was opening in. Really? She really wants to do that to not only to you, but to me too, or to us? Change my body that I gave you? She better think fucking twice before laying a finger on you. Then with that, Nurse Ann pulls her mask up and says, "Are you ready?" No. Why do I have to do this? Because I said so. You're living with me now because I want you to change your body for the greater good. Are you sure you're not using me as a damn guinea pig just so you could have your dream body? I said. How? What? No. Why would I do that? She looked to the wall. She looked back to the wall and back at me. Really? With one of your eyes? That's how you're really gonna be? Really? So you're really gonna do that to me? Let me be a fucking victim of you and your murderous plan? No. Why would I do that? I'm just making your dream. Shut up. I know you're using me as a fucking guinea pig. You fucking bitch, I said. Now with that attitude, you might as well be my guinea pig. She turned away from me, and then I told Flame in my head, "Are you ready?" Ready as I'll ever be. Nurse Ann's point of view. I was getting my stuff ready. I locked the door behind me so that way she wouldn't escape. Try to get out now, little missy. You're trapped. And I looked back at the chair and noticed she was gone. She's in the room. But where is she? The light, there was only a faint light above her, so that way I could see her body. It was in the morning. I looked back at her phone to notice that it was only 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun was gonna come up real soon. And then I looked over and I heard and I smelled something. It smelled like smoke. I looked back at the chair and noticed that somebody was behind it. But that somebody wasn't Leah. It was a whole different person. Leah, where are you? I heard a chuckle. I looked back at the tall figure that was only like 6 feet taller than me, almost as tall as Slendy and Jack. What? Who are you? Where did Leah go? I heard in a sadistic tone. I am Leah. The tall figure looked at me. I noticed that the tall figure was still wearing the same clothes as Leah did. You think it's okay, but Leah wasn't the same. She had her hair and everything, but her skin only down to her arms. Her arms were like a weird gray color, almost the color as Jack, but Jason the toy maker, but gray. And I look up at her face and her skin in the dim light and noticed that only her skin was gray, but not her arms. Her arms were like the Jason the toy maker's arms, but her whole skin was gray. It wasn't like him. It was really weird. She was taller. It looked like if she was like Slendy's height. I looked at her to notice that her teeth got sharper, and her eyes, well, they weren't the nice red color as I thought they were. What did you do with Leah? I said. I looked down for where the figure's hand is, and noticed that. And noticed that the figure's claws were black like Jack's. I looked up and down at the figure, and before I knew it, the figure. Who are you? I said, before backing away into the door, trying to unlock the door. I'm Flame. I'm Leah's inner demon. And you think you're gonna change her and how she wants and change her? You got one thing coming. Before I could lock the door, Flame leaned into me, throwing me across against the room with all her strength. My body met with the wall, and I fell on the floor, screaming in pain and in terror. I rubbed my back. What are you gonna do to me? I said, almost nearly crying. Now you're not so tough after all, aren't you? Flame said. I'm Flame. I'm Leah's inner demon. And if you touch my friend or tell her to do something like that again or try to control her life, you have another thing coming. Before I knew it, I met face to face with not only with Leah herself, but a monster. My back was still hurting and I tried to get up, but there was no use. Flame crunched my shirt and started punching me, making scratches on my face. And then in seconds, I saw the chair that I strapped Leah in that she got out with. She banged it against my head as hard as she can. And then I blacked out. But before I could, I noticed that Flame went to the tools and looked at me and looked back at the needles. I did not know what the needles were. She didn't know what the needles were, but they were long and sharp. They were knockout medicine and numb medicine. And one of them was drug medicine, so that way she wouldn't feel any pain. No, please, beg on my soul. Before I could faint, she said, looking at me, "There is no mercy on your soul." And then, before I closed my eyes, I felt a sharp pain. It was the needles that I was going to eject Leah with, that she ejected me in. She put the drugs in the numb medicine in my head. I felt the pain. It hurted. One of the needles were gone. The other one was almost gone, and the other one was half gone. All of the needles and the drugs were gone. Then I fainted. Before Leah's point of view, I shrank back into my regular size, knowing that nursing was out cold. But I couldn't go back to my normal eyes yet. I grabbed the utensils that Nurse Ann was going to do on me, and before I could do anything, I noticed that her neck was covered in stitches. So I took the knife, and I took what it looked like a type of axe that was broken but still worked properly. I took it and slammed the axe between her head. And I chopped off the rest of her body too. Blood was everywhere. I was rolling around in her blood, surprisingly too. That was the freaky part about me. And I got up, grabbed my phone to see who texted me. I unlocked it with my finger, and it opened. I looked at the message and noticed that it was Hope. 10 messages was from her. Holy shit. One of the messages says, "Hey Leah, it's me, Hope. I just want to see how you were doing because it's been a long time." And then no response after that. Leah, are you okay? Leah, are you okay? And then a couple of missed calls, and I saw one of them saying that, "I'm coming over to your house, Leah, to make sure that you're okay." Odd, I said to myself. Why does Hope care for me? It's not like I mean anything to her. Or do I?